It is time to go Gatorade Cup Series Chase Racing. We're here for the final 12 races of the season. The 12 races to crown a champion among 12 different drivers. The first one that we stop by is the Vermont International Speedway for the Bass Pro Shops 400. On the pole for today's race, the 13 of Special Kukulon has not led a lap here this season. Could possibly change that here today. Outside starting second, the 55 of Zachary DeLello. Then third place, it's Brett Sear, the 99. Fourth place, Levi Shones. And rounding out the top five, our highest starting chaser, Tyler Fink in the 98 car. Then in sixth place, Marshall Burrell. Seventh place, Steve Morgan. Eighth place, the top seed in the chase, Max Rossi. In ninth, another chaser, Antonin Charlebois. And rounding out the top 10, the 88 of Anthony Fox. Back behind for the rest of the field, the 5 of Jeff Wright, winner of this race last season. Who's inside the 18 of Trey Rainey. Then there's Carter Fries, another chaser, and Evan Hunter the 6th. He says this is home track to the outside, starting on the outside row. Then there's the 20 of Nathan Green and the 44 of Leon Capana, along with Freddie Soto, a chaser, and the 21 of TJ Hanley. Then there's the 2 of Luke Rainey and the 19 of Riley Sampson, along with Diego Yapez and the 1 and the 00 of John Smith. Then there's Bronson Make the 12 and the 07 a chaser, Scott Gregory. Then there's Jonathan Raines, another chaser, and Eli Bright, the 24, a chaser. Then we have Zachary Fitzwater Sr. and William Bull, a chaser. So a lot of these chasers starting around mid-pack here today. Then back behind them we have Brandon Beal, the 9, and the 29 of Keyshawn Richardson, along with Michael Greger, the 33, and the 8 of Derek Hamill. Then there's Anthony Nez in the 48 car with Jonathan Beeford, winner of the truck race a few races ago, and another chaser starting back there. Then we have Jake Gowie, the 11, and the 17 of Casey Nanico, with Riley Spread, who one of the top seeds in the chase but starts towards the back of the field, Jake Richardson to his inside. And there's the 42 of Cole Luigi and the 78 of Jay Jefferson. In final row, Roman Fenway, the second seed coming in but starts 41st. To his outside starting in 42nd, Griffin Lynn, the heartbreak from Atlanta, just missing on the chase. He'll start at the back of the field here today in Vermont. There's our 42-car field for racing here at Vermont in the Bass Pro Shops 400. Let's get going with this starting command.
I can't hear you! Drivers! Start your engine!
We say it every time we come here. This is a unique racetrack for a 1.5 mile racetrack. Front stretch is a straightaway. Back stretch has the trial in it. And then 3 and 4, turn 3 and 4, the outside works just a little bit better sometimes, but through 1 and 2 definitely want to be on the inside lane. Sebastian Kukulon starting on pole's not led a single Gatorade Cup Series lap this season. That can change with this first lap starting on the pole position. Brett Searbine wants to break his heart along with the 55 of Zachary DeLello. Tyler Fink starting in 5th is the highest chaser in the field. 42 laps in the first chase race of season 11. Let's get going. Green flag in Vermont. Well, today for Kukulon starting out well. His first lap of the season right here. He beats Tyler Fink back to the line to lead the first lap of the Bass Pro Shops 400. Fink inside for lead now as they race through turns 1 and 2. Chaser Tyler Fink takes the top spot away as they go off turn 2 down the backstretch. Steve Morgan trying to go with him, the 26. We saw Anthony Fox make a big move off turn 2, basically on the apron. Kind of straddled that white line and did a great job making it work. Steve Morgan does second, get by Kukulon, falls back to third. Chaser Anthony Charlebois up into the top 5 to 4th and looking for the lead. Steve Morgan on Tyler Fink as Kukulon, the 13, comes back with a run on the top side. Morgan's going to put Kukulon up top there and Anthony Charlebois low for third. Here comes Morgan low on Fink for the top spot as they race off turn 2. Anthony Fox looking 3 wide for P3. Now if they stay 3 wide off to turn number 3, that will benefit the 16 in the middle of the racetrack. That's the preferred lane through this corner. We can see right there 16 clear, but look at Morgan up at the front of the field, getting a nice run on Tyler Fink. He'll clear the 98 off turn 4. That's hard to do on the inside lane, but look at Fink with a run on the outside, but Morgan does lead at the start-finish line, so number 26 out in front now. Teammate Anthony Charlebois, who's in the chase, coming through behind, and 3 wide. Anthony Fox puts Zachary DeLello in the middle, up top, the 13 of Kukulon. Down in line in third, Tyler Fink gets down in front of that 3 wide, but look at DeLello trying to get there in the 98. He couldn't. Marshall Burrell in the 7 coming, TJ Hanley in the 21, way up top goes Kukulon. Up at the front, 3 cars break away. All 3 are Fords. Here comes DeLello, the Toyota in 4th, trying to break up that Ford stranglehold as Roush Racing 1st and 2nd now going to change as Richard Petty Motorsports, Tyler Fink jumps low for that top spot. Down the back, Fink inside of Morgan as they race off into turns 3 and 4. Tyler Fink trying to complete it again. And the number 98 back out front, but DeLello has a fast car this stage in the race. He's trying to break through on the inside, trying to get a nice run here down the straightaway and stay beside that 98 of Tyler Fink. DeLello for the lead in turn 1. Fink tried to slam the door shut and couldn't. DeLello through to the lead. What a great move. That 55 has looked strong these first 5 laps. See him making some big moves on the inside. He did one right there in turns 1 and 2. He dove it into the corner harder than Fink wanted him to. He's going to bring Anthony Fox to second, winner of the dirt race at Bristol just before the chase started. Here comes Marshall Burrell. Car number 7, Iowa winner. Looking to get up to the front, get by the 88. So now at the front, Toyota, Chevy, Toyota. Our highest Ford is right now 4th. That's Tyler Fink. We have TJ Henley, and here comes chaser Scott Gregory. Got the first wild card spot. His 2 wins definitely helped him out. Now inside the top 10, trying to move forward by chasers like Tyler Fink, the one in front of him. Anthony Fox goes wide, trying to get a run off the corner. We went a little too wide, and not enough run to be there. He might clear for a second, but he's not going to have a shot for the lead, which DeLello pulls away with. Yeah, Fox got way too wide to try and make a move work there. If he was maybe a lane or 2 lower, he could have made it work, but right there, Tyler Fink now low for second position. Back behind them, chasers are battling hard. It's a 3-way battle for a chase spot right here. Raines, Scott Gregory, and Carter Friesen, and last season's Vermont winner Jeff Wright up inside the top 10, coming forward on lap number 8. Side by side for second position, Anthony Fox on the outside, Tyler Fink as Zachary DeLello, the 55, leads the way. Here is the battle for the second highest chase spot. Jonathan Raines and Scott Gregory. Raines takes it. He'll actually get 3 spots right there. Got at the 07, the 21, and the 7. Move Jonathan Raines to 4th position with a great turns 1 and 2 on the inside. He's bringing Jeff Wright the 5 with them. Jeff to the top 5. A great corner there for those 2 drivers. They got about, what, 3 or 4 spots in one? Anthony Fox over the back of Zachary DeLello for the race lead. 9 laps complete. Battle for second. Fink to the inside. He saw chaser Jonathan Raines coming fast behind him. He knew he had to make the move before the 96 did. And now, Fink to the inside. DeLello for the top spot. And Raines, does he try and poke 3 wide? Does he stay behind that 98, hoping that Fink can get through the corner? Looking 3 wide. Fink goes middle. Raines goes bottom. DeLello backs up top and falls back. He's still 3 wide up top. Tyler Fink back out from the 98. Here comes Jonathan Raines. Daytona 500 winner, the first race of the season. Hasn't made much noise since then, but has been consistently good enough to get himself into the top 10. Actually finished top 5 in the points at the end of the regular season. But here comes the old man, Jeff Wright, winner of the third race of the season at Auto Club in Fontana. Fell out of a chase spot after that race. Has tried, but couldn't get back up into the chase for the Gatorade Cup. He's looking now to win for the 2nd straight season in Vermont. Be a great win for this 5 team to show that they still have that competitive edge that they need to go out there and win races and compete for championships. We'll come around and complete 12 laps this time by. It'll be 30 laps to go. Raines, Jeff Wright are side by side for the lead, and Marshall Burrell comes in to make it a 3-car scrimmage for the lead. See Raines go really wide there, trying to get a run on corner exit. Did a great job of it. Look at that run he gets down the straightaway because of that outside. Scott Gregory, Tyler Fink both pull low. Scott's on Carter Friesen for the 5th position. Back behind them, we have TJ Henley, Colucci, 2 champions, battling for 7th. Kuklon, Pulsar is coming back. Steve Morgan on the outside. Here comes Griff Lynn, started last in this race. Lynn started 42nd, is up inside the top 15. Don't say this track is track position based because Griffin Lynn is flying and mowing his way through the competition. Another Gatorade Cup Series champion is actually going to pass TJ Henley. Yeah, so right now, Griffin Lynn, strong hot rod. Up at the front, Raines got passed by the 5 of Jeff Wright, moved Jeff to the top spot, and the Bass Pro Shop's 400. And Tyler Fink by Raines for the highest chaser spot. There's 3 chasers right here, under a blanket for 2nd position and for the highest chaser spot. Right now, these sharks are getting 12, 11, and 10 points. Fink would be getting 12, Scott 11, 10 to Raines. But if one of them gets up there and starts leading the race, the one of them gets 15 points, the next highest gets 11. Back behind them. Look at that. Shuffling. Jake Burcham went bottom to top right there. Luigi's in the middle of the racetrack. Marshall's way up top. And Griffin Lynn is up inside the top 10 in car number 36. Here comes Casey Nanko, the 17, with Leon Capon, the 44. Zachary DeLello, Carter Friesen, and others. I want to take a quick update where our maybe lowest start chaser, Roman Fenway, is. He has not made much progress, if any, up to 39th. I mean, he started 41st. Not been a great going. And you can see Levi Schoenton actually started inside the top 10. It's fallen back to 42nd. Has some chasers back here. Fenway, Spurley Tube, and Bullen. See Jonathan Buford and Max Rossi. Rossi started pretty well here today. Eli Bright. Brett Sears started third here today. Back. Evan Hunter started inside the top 15. Anson and Charles Boss started inside the top 10. They've fallen back. Jake Gowey, Anthony Fox. See Fox really has faded there. Jake Gowey starting to come to the front with Jay Jefferson, Bronson Minnick, some drivers we've not talked about. Hernandez, the 48, is up on the front for the race lead. Scott Gregory peaking low on Jeff Bright. And here comes Jake Richardson, the 39. He hasn't made much noise here today, but he's moving low and got to P3 on the 39. So how about this now? Talked about how Ford was doing well earlier in the race. Now the top 3 are Chevrolets. And our highest Ford is not even inside the top 5. It's Casey Nerico back in 7th. Look at Jake Richardson slot down in front of the 36 Griffin Lynn, almost spun himself off the front bumper of Flynn. Got in between, but did not get the corner well at all trying to make that move. He falls back, but I think he's going to keep third. And Scott Gregory barely led the line in the 07 car. Here comes Jake Richardson coming back. That big move he made kept him third position. Back behind them, they're 3 wide for 5th, but for the race lead, Jake Richardson goes on Scott Gregory and Jeff Bright. They're 3 wide. Can Richardson get it on the inside? Scott's doing a great job in the middle. Oh, look at this. Side by side, dead even. Scott on the outside, Jake on the inside. Oh, who led that lap? They're going to give it to Scott Gregory. How close it was at the start-finish line. Then he's going to fade back to 4th. Well, 3 wide again. This time it's Jake Richardson up top, Griffin in the middle, down low Tyler Fink. Can the driver start 42nd, get up here and leap before the halfway point of this race? Griffin Lynn's going to do it. Get through the middle lane well. Can he beat Fink back to the start-finish line to lead this lap? Lynn started 42nd today. He'll lead the 19th lap at the Bass Pro Shops 400. Great race car for Griffin Lynn. Tyler Fink looking to get back to the lead. He's been one of the most dominant chasers here today. He's led the most laps of the chasers, I have to believe. But here comes Casey Nerico, non-chaser, to break his heart, put him up top. Jeff Bright's coming back. John Thrain's coming back as well. And a new chaser starting to emerge to the front. Freddie Soto in the 82. That silver number Red Bull 82 right there. Hanley starting to come back. Here comes Carter Friesen and that number 11, FedEx Toyota. Jake Galloway starting to emerge inside the top 15. And you have to set yourselves up for pit stops, because last season we saw pit stops happen under the yellow flag. This season we've not had a close instance to a yellow flag, so if we don't get one, it's going to happen under the green, and that could be interesting. Coming around to halfway this time by, Griffin Lynn leads the race. Casey Nerico in 2nd, Jeff Bright 3rd, Jake Richardson and Jonathan Raines are the front 5. Cross flags at the start-finish on halfway, 21 laps to go, and the first chase race of season number 11, caution-free so far, but intense racing at the front, intense racing among chasers. We've seen chasers go 3 wide and shuffle positions. We've seen some blocks and lane switches. We've seen everything here today in Vermont. Nerico again looking on Lynn, who's done a great job once he's got out front. I think it's shown right now he has the dominant race car, and maybe the best car here. He got out front, and no one's been able to touch him so far. 20 laps to go. Fink just got by Rain for 5th, but now Rain's looking back to the inside with a crossover move. That's right now the highest chasers, 5th and 6th. And Jake Galloway for 6th. Get by Tyler Fink. All right, he's come to the front at the right time. Nerico again on Lynn in the same spot. He's a little bit further up that time beside the 36. We'll see if he can do it off the corner. A great corner exit for Nerico, but a better one down the straightaway for Lynn. They are locked together, wheel to wheel. Nerico, I think, led the start-finish line by maybe an inch. Casey Nerico out front Vermont. Jake Richardson will move to 2nd. Here comes the 5 of Jeff Bright. Jake Galloway, the 11. Tyler Fink, the 98. See, they're a little bit single file back here. Back behind them, Carter Friesen looking on Scott Gregory. Here comes the 48, Anthony Hernandez, the 33, Michael Gregory, and Sean Richardson. 2 RCR teammates trying to get up there and help their teammate in the chase, Scott Gregory. And how about back behind them, just on the edge of the screen? We talked about them. Roman Fenway, Riley Spurgeon back in the 30s, emerging up inside the top 25. They're looking to get inside the top 20 here before too long, so they're starting to come alive. Maybe they have some longer run race cars. Back up to the race lead. Now it's a battle again. Nerico outside, Jake Richardson inside. Jake Galloway, the 11, coming on the inside as well. Up to 3rd. Where does he come from? Nerico will keep it on the outside at the start-finish line, but entering turn 1, Jake's going to have the inside. Jake Richardson has the inside. In the preferred lane Here comes Jeff Wright, the 5 with the run down the inside. Nanko did a great job on the outside through turns 1 and 2 there to make sure that third end couldn't clear him and actually pulled ahead a little bit right there. So great job by Nanko, making that outside work through turns 1 and 2, right here through 3 and 4. Jake Richardson did a great job on the bottom. See Griffin Lynn there, he was basically holding that white line down low. 16 laps to go in Vermont. Side by side still for the race lead. This time Jake Richardson clears Casey Nanko for the top spot. Jeff Wright the 5, looking for second now. Griffin Lynn 36 started last in this race, moving for third. He's led he led a good amount of laps once he got out front, then got shuffled out by that guy who's passing right there. So Jake Richardson, Jeff Wright first and second as they lead the pack. Look at this flyby down the straightaway. That's a great camera angle. Kind of shows that the pack is still tight together, not really spread out. But definitely the tire wear is starting to play a role. See, these drivers don't get as big of runs off the corners as maybe they were earlier in the race with some fresh Goodyear Eagles on it. But Jeff Wright still getting the good runs, rotating well through 3 and 4. Got a great run on corner exit. Does he look low on Jake Richardson for the top spot? And if he doesn't, Griff Lynn's gonna. Oh, synchronized moves! See Lynn trying to block Nanko. Jeff saw that, trying to block Lynn. It's actually going to get Jeff Wright to the race lead. Here comes Griffin to the inside. 2 Gatorade Cup Series champions duel out for the lead. Coming around to 13 laps of racing to go. Jeff Wright, the Season 2 champion. Griffin, the Season 6 champion of the series. And they will hit the pits. All right, so we got some pit stops right here. Early pit entrances. This could be dangerous now if a yellow flag comes out. If we see a crash or something happen, that could alter the whole end of this race. So we had cars come down the lap prior with 14 to go. These drivers came down 13 to go. I imagine most of the rest of the field will come down with 12 laps to go, which will then set up the run for the finish. We've been caution-free so far today. It looks like we're going to stay that way through pit cycles. How about the 100 cars staying out? Only Eli Brake came down early. The other 3 have stayed on the racetrack. Jeff Wright's going to lead the field in. He did a great job right there, staying out maybe longer. You don't have to worry about some of those other drivers, like that pack that came with a lot of drivers. They had to worry about slowing down, making sure to not hit the guy in front. These drivers, they can just worry about getting onto the pit road because there's not a lot with them. So this might work out in this favor for staying out a little bit longer. We'll have to see. Jeff Wright the 5, the first in of these drivers. Have to get into his pit stall. He'll have to slow down for Evan Hunter. That will cost him a little bit of time right there. Anthony Fox in as well. And how about left sides on these drivers? So maybe the left sides are wearing out more than the right sides. Yeah, 2-tire call, and they're gone. Jeff Wright's left. Fox is still in pit road with some issues. Finally gets away. Jeff Wright, we first off pit road. Hernandez second. Scott Greger third, but we're the drivers that came down sooner. Look at Scott trying to beat the 48 off pit road, their first spot. This could actually trouble some drivers because they're side-by-side hitting. These drivers that are coming out in fresh rubber. Jeff Wright long down with the lead. Michael Greger going to try past Scott for second. DeLello also leapfrogs. Here comes Jay Jefferson. So I think that's the pack. They came down a lap sooner than anyone else. They were the first to hit pit road. It worked for them. You see the pack now split. See Jay Jefferson trying to get by Hernandez inside the top 10. Bronson Minnick as well. How about Riley Spurgeon? He's gained a chunk of time. And poster Sebastian Kukulon. We'll have to wait for this auto cycle through, and it has. Jeff Wright is the race leader. Michael Gregory is second. Zachary DeLello is third. Then Scott Gregory is fourth. Jay Jefferson, who's been nowhere near the top 10 all day long, is leapfrogged to fifth. Anthony Hernandez is leapfrogged to sixth. Minnick up to seventh. Jacob Richardson is back to eighth. Riley Spurgeon from outside the top 20 to ninth. And poster Sebastian Kukulon right now is 10th. Derek Hamill's 11th. Anthony Fox back to 12th. Freddie Soto currently 13th, Griffin Lynn back to 14th, and Luke Rainey up to 15th after being nowhere near the front of the pack for a majority of the day. Then Casey Nack goes back to 16th, John Smith is 17th, Cole Luigi 18th, Jonathan Beeford 19th, Carter Friesen in 20th. Our next highest racer behind Friesen is currently Tyler Fink, who's fallen back to 25th, with Rowan Fenway in 26th, so Fink did not have a great pit cycle there at all. Anthony Charles is currently 27th, and Jonathan Rain's not had a great pit cycle, just like Tyler Fink, back outside the top 25. They have William Bolton and Max Rossi, Hanley a bad pit stop, and along with Marshall Burrell. Eli Bright's back here. And it looks like Eli is giving the lowest chaser, as Michael Gregory and Zachary DeLello have gotten by the 5 of Jeff Wright. Michael Gregory led the lap. Now DeLello looks for the lead. All right, so now we got some shuffling. DeLello out front with these 3 swapping the lead. Third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Jay Jefferson, Scott Gregory, and Anthony Hernandez are going to close in. Now, I believe what happened there, the 55 and the 33, they pitted sooner, so they got heat in their tires sooner. The 5 was still left kind of trying to warm his tires up. I think that maybe that a lap or two, he was slower. Now he's back up to speed. You see him right there, he has some heat in his tires. He has about a lap or two fresher than these drivers. We'll see if it works out for him. How about Anthony Nez getting by Scott Gregory for 5th, trying to. Jeff Brett looking for a 2nd on Michael Gregory. 7 to go in Vermont. So after pit cycles, this is definitely shaking the running order up, as now we have some drivers that we have not seen up front, like Michael Gregory and Zachary DeLello. They're starting to move in the races, along with Jay Jefferson and Anthony Ness, and the drivers that we've seen up the front, like Jeff Bright and Scott Gregory, they're still up here, still with the shot at this victory. And look at the run Michael Gregory's going to have off turn 4 right here with that run on the top side, because of the 5 Jeff Bright trying to pass him. Michael cuts under. He'll be beneath the 55 DeLello with 6 laps to go. They are side by side. And now what that's done, Jeff Bright to slow up. Jay Jefferson and Anthony Ness are in the draft. Here comes Scott Gregory, and how about Riley Spurley-Tube? And Kukul on the pole sitter. 8 cars, maybe to settle it. So we have 2 chasers up here. That's Scott Gregory and Riley Spurley-Tube. They're going to be battling right there. Look at Jeff Bright. Dive it into the corner. Michael Gregory's out front. 5 to go to the start-finish line. And right there, that battle for 6th and 7th, Scott Gregory and Riley Spurley-Tube. That's a battle for 12 versus 11 points. And a yellow flag would end it in Vermont. Michael Gregory, Jeff Bright, 1st and 2nd, 2 champions of the Gatorade Cup Series, battling for the win. Michael a little wide. Jeff, look at him, hugging that white line. He got down on the apron to make that pass. Can he make it work? Can DeLello go 3 wide in the 55? He's going to do it. Under 5 to go. It's time to do that move. 3 wide. It's going to force Michael Gregory really wide out of the top 5 now, as Hernandez and Scott Gregory look to move around. Now DeLello and Jeff Bright side by side. That brings Jay Jefferson and Anthony Hernandez into the battle. Now the Gregory's battle for 5th. Scott to the inside. Michael back there, trying to get further away from Riley Spurley-Tube. DeLello out front now in the 55. Jay Jefferson is 2nd now. 3 laps to go. And the Bass Pro Shop's 400. Zachary DeLello is not won this season. He's out front. Jay Jefferson won at Texas. He's up to 2nd. Anthony Ness looking for some form of hope in this season of misery, up to 3rd. And Scott Gregory, 2 wins this season, made into the chase off a wildcard spot. Looking for 4th on Jeff. 2 to go at the start-finish line. It's going to be a nice run for Jay Jefferson on corner exit. Went wider, got a nice run, cut to the inside. 2 laps to go in Vermont. DeLello Jefferson side by side to turn 1. Jay Jefferson, winner of the Texas race earlier in the season, side by side still with DeLello. Scott Gregory 4th right now, the highest chaser, but Michael looks low on him. Spurley trying to get some form of run to get up to that 07. Jefferson inside, DeLello outside. Hernandez back behind those drivers. Jefferson is clear. Here is the white flag, the final lap of the first chase race of the season. Jay Jefferson, the non-chaser, leads it. Hernandez looking to get by in 2nd. Jefferson wide. Here comes Hernandez to the inside. They'll drag race. Can Scott Gregory make a move for 15 points? He's going to wanna. Anthony Hernandez leads. Scott Gregory looks low. Scott has the lift. Hernandez goes really wide, trying to carry the momentum. Here they come up turn 4. 3 wide for 2nd position. It's not enough to catch the 48. Last lap pass for Anthony Hernandez. Checker flag. He wins in Vermont. What a duel to the finish, and Anthony Hernandez picks up his first victory this season and his first win in a long time. And maybe some hope and a season of misery for the 48 team. Jay Jefferson did get 2nd, and Scott Gregory gets the highest chaser points with a top 5 result, and Riley Spurley, with his great pit strategy and his pit crew doing their job, got him inside the top 10 with a good amount of chunk of points after the day. Let's go see the finish results and the point standings, the chase standings, after a crazy first chase race in season number 11. Here are the finish results from the Bass Pro Shops 400 at the Vermont International Speedway. No caution flags today, except green flag pit stops, and definitely shook up the running order of today's race. We had 18 lead changes, 13 drivers out front today in the first chase race. Winning it, non-chaser Anthony Ness started 33rd here today, moves up, great pit strategy for the 48 team. He leads the only lap that mattered, the last one. He gets victory. Jay Jefferson started 40th today. He ends up in 2nd position. He was leading at the white flag lap. The one lap he led this race was that white flag lap. He ends up 2nd, getting passed by the 48 off turn 2. Scott Gregory, the highest chaser, gets 3rd here today. Some So he moves up into the points lead after getting the second wildcard spot. He'll definitely take that. Fourth place, Michael Gregory. So the Gregory's doing really well here today. And Zarka DeLello led 9 laps. So as anyone, he rounds out the top 5. Sebastian Kugelon led his first lap of the season, the first lap of the race. He ends up in 6th from pole position. Riley Spurgeon started 38th, looking miserable there. Middle of the race, he was outside the top 30, then moved up just outside the top 20. Then after pit stops, he was inside the top 10. So that 2018 definitely persevered and moved up. Jeff Wright looked like he maybe had a shot there, getting off pit road first, but maybe just not getting up to speed, not the car not handling well with those 2 tires. He ended up leading 8 laps to an 8th place finish. Bronson Minnick gets 9th, and Jake Richardson spent a good amount of time at the front. He rounds out the top 10. Griffin Lynn started 42nd. He ends up in 11th, leading 4 laps. Cole Luigi 12th, 13th Casey Nacco, 14th Freddie Soto, 15th Anthony Fox. In 16th place, it's Luke Rainey, 17th Derek Campbell, 18th John Smith, 19th for Kashawn Richardson, and Jonathan Buford, the 77, round out the top 20. Inside the top 20, we only had 4 chasers. They were obviously Scott Gregory and Riley Spurgeon, and then Freddie Soto and Jonathan Buford. So only those 4 chasers finished inside the top 20 here today. But I want to look at the starting positions for a lot of our front runners there at the end. Hernandez started 33rd, Jay Dresden 40th, Scott Gregory 23rd, Michael Gregory 32nd, Spurgeon 38th, Bronson Minnick in 24th, Jake Richardson 37th, Griffin Lynn 42nd, Cole Luigi 39th, Casey Nacco in 36th. Those drivers all finished inside the top 13. The only drivers that finished inside the top 13 that started inside the top 15 were 5th, 6th, and 8th place finishers, and 2 of them started on the front row. The other one started 12th. So a lot of shuffling here today. And if you start up front, you can finish at the back. Only 3 of our top 10 starters finished inside the top 20 here today. Look down beneath. 21st place goes to Carter Freeze, another chaser. 22nd, Brandon Beal. Tyler Fink, he was up front most of the day, but pit stops really hurt him. He gets 23rd. Jake Galloway 24th, and Roman Fenway 25th. Even though it wasn't a great day, that's about higher than where he was running all race long. Nathan Green 26th, Anton Sharp on 27th. Jonathan Rains was running up inside the top 10. He gets 28th. TJ and Lee Marshborough 29th, 30th. They were also running up front majority of the day. 2 more chasers, Max Rossi, William Bowen 31st, 32nd. Riley Sampson 33rd. Leon Capone 34th. 35th to Steve Morgan. Eli Bright doesn't have a great day whatsoever. He gets 36th. He was running back there all race long. I don't think he ever saw the top 20. Tough break for the 2014. They'll start at the chase at the back, but they could definitely rebound. Still 11 races left. Brett Sear started 3rd, but he falls back to finish in 37th. Zach Fitzwater Sr. 38th. Levi Schoen started on the same row as Brett Sear. He gets 39th. Evan Hunter 40th. 41st, Diapez. 42nd for Trey Rainey. At the right side are the point standings, obviously right where the chasers finished in order. That's the points that are all separated by 1 point. It's Scott Gregory, Riley Spurgeon, Freddie Soto, Jonathan Buford. And then you have Carter Friesen, Tyler Fink, Roman Fenway, Anthony Charbois, Jonathan Rains, Max Rossi, William Bolin, and Eli Bright rounding out the points field after 1 chase race of the season. 11 left, and a lot of crazy racetracks left for sure. As next race out, we're staying in the Northeast, and we're going road racing as we go to Watkins Glen for the Aquafina 350. We're going boot racing. It'll be interesting for sure. I will see you guys then.